Every day, your brain is changing. Whether you notice it or not, millions of neural connections are being strengthened or weakened based on what you repeatedly do. This incredible ability is called neuroplasticity, the brain's power to reorganize itself through experience. Think about it like walking through a forest. The first time you walk a path, it's difficult. But if you keep walking that same trail every day, it becomes clear, smooth, and effortless. Your brain works the exact same way. Every repeated thought, action, and decision creates a stronger mental pathway. That's why successful people often seem disciplined without trying. They're not relying on motivation every morning. Their brains have been trained to make productive behaviors automatic. On the other hand, procrastination, negative thinking, endless scrolling, and quitting easily are also habits. The more they're repeated, the stronger those pathways become. The good news? Your brain doesn't care whether a habit is good or bad. It simply strengthens whatever you practice consistently. That means your future isn't controlled by talent. It isn't controlled by luck. And it isn't controlled by your past mistakes. It's controlled by what you repeatedly do today. The habits you're about to learn may seem small. Some take less than 5 minutes. But don't underestimate them. Tiny actions performed consistently create massive changes because every repetition sends your brain the same message. This is important. Build this pathway. Let's begin with one habit that almost every high achiever shares. 1. Win the first hour of your day. Your brain is incredibly impressionable during the first hour after waking up. This is when your mind is transitioning from sleep into full awareness. Whatever enters your brain during this period has an outsized influence on your mood, focus, and decision-making for the rest of the day. Now think about how many people spend those first moments. They reach for their phone before their feet even touch the floor. Notifications, emails, breaking news, social media, messages. Within minutes, their brain is flooded with other people's priorities before they've even considered their own. This creates a reactive mindset. Instead of leading your day, you're chasing it. Your brain begins producing stress responses before you've accomplished a single meaningful task. But successful people protect this window. They intentionally feed their brains clarity before chaos. That doesn't mean you need a complicated 2-hour morning routine. In fact, simple is often more effective. Spend 5 minutes stretching, drink water, write one goal for the day, read a few pages of an inspiring book, sit quietly and think, take a short walk outside. These small actions tell your brain something powerful. I am in control. That feeling of control changes everything. Your brain starts expecting productive behavior instead of distraction. And here's something fascinating. Every small win early in the morning creates momentum. When you complete one positive action, your brain releases chemicals associated with progress and achievement. That makes completing the next task feel slightly easier. One good decision becomes 2. 2 become 5. 5 become your identity. This is why successful people don't chase motivation. They build momentum. Imagine 2 different mornings. The first person wakes up, grabs their phone, spends 45 minutes scrolling through negative headlines, celebrity gossip, and videos that add nothing to their life. Suddenly they're late, stressed, and mentally exhausted before breakfast. The second person wakes up, drinks water, moves their body for 10 minutes, reviews today's priorities, and starts working on the most important task before checking notifications. Both people had the same 24 hours, but by noon, They're living completely different days. Not because one had more talent, not because one had more money, because one trained their brain to lead, while the other trained their brain to react. Your morning is more than the beginning of your day. It's the beginning of your brain's programming. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity to strengthen the person you're becoming. The question is simple. What kind of brain are you building? Because every morning, whether you realize it or not, you're casting another vote for the future version of yourself. And the next habit might be even more powerful because it changes the very way your brain handles discomfort, discipline, and long-term success. 2. Do one hard thing. Before you do anything easy, your brain has one primary goal. It wants to keep you safe. And one of the easiest ways it does that is by avoiding discomfort. That's why your mind naturally pushes you toward easy pleasures instead of meaningful progress. Watching another video feels easier than reading one chapter. Checking social media feels easier than starting a difficult project. Staying in bed feels easier than getting up to exercise. The problem is that every time you choose comfort over growth, your brain learns an important lesson. It learns that discomfort should always be avoided. Eventually, even small challenges begin to feel overwhelming. But here's what successful people understand. Discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the classroom where your brain becomes stronger. Every time you deliberately choose a difficult task, your brain creates new pathways associated with resilience, patience, and confidence. The next time you face something uncomfortable, your mind doesn't panic as much because it's been there before. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you never challenge it, it never grows. The first workout feels difficult. The second is still uncomfortable. But after weeks of consistency, what once seemed impossible becomes normal. Your brain works exactly the same way. That's why one of the most powerful habits you can develop is doing your hardest task first. Write the report, make the phone call, study the difficult chapter, exercise before making excuses, have the uncomfortable conversation, finish the important work before rewarding yourself. This sends a powerful signal to your brain. I don't wait until I feel like it. I act because it's important. Over time, your identity changes. You stop seeing yourself as someone who procrastinates. You begin seeing yourself as someone who follows through. That identity becomes stronger every single day. The beautiful part is that once you've completed the hardest task, everything else feels lighter. Your confidence rises, your energy increases, your stress decreases because the biggest challenge is already behind you. Most people spend their day avoiding one difficult task. Successful people spend their day enjoying the confidence that comes from finishing it first. Every difficult choice today makes tomorrow's challenges easier. That's how your brain is rewired, not through comfort, but through consistent courage. 3. Protect your brain from constant distraction. Modern life is fighting for your attention every second. Notifications, emails, text messages, short videos, advertisements, breaking news. Your brain was never designed to process this much stimulation. Every interruption forces your mind to switch focus, and every switch comes with a hidden cost. Research has shown that constantly changing attention makes it harder to think deeply, solve problems, and remember information. Over time, your brain begins craving constant stimulation. Silence feels uncomfortable. Focus feels boring. Patience disappears. That's exactly why so many people struggle to finish books, complete projects, or stay concentrated for more than a few minutes. Their brains have been trained to expect something new every few seconds. But the most successful people protect their attention because they understand one truth. Where your attention goes, your life follows. If your attention is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your attention is focused, your success becomes focused too. Start creating small periods of uninterrupted work. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Put your phone out of reach. Close extra browser tabs. Work on one task instead of 5. At first, your brain will resist. You'll feel the urge to check your phone. You'll wonder if you're missing something. That's normal. Your brain is simply reacting to a habit it's been practicing for years. But if you stay focused just a little longer, something incredible happens. Your mind begins settling down. Ideas become clearer. Your creativity increases. You start noticing details you used to miss. Problems become easier to solve because your brain finally has enough uninterrupted time to think. Deep focus isn't just a productivity skill. It's a competitive advantage. In a world filled with endless distractions, the ability to concentrate has become incredibly rare. And rare skills create extraordinary results. Every minute you protect your attention, you're teaching your brain something valuable. My focus belongs to me. That lesson alone can completely transform your future. The next habit goes even deeper because it changes the way your brain responds to failure itself. The truth is, success isn't built in one life-changing moment. It's built in the quiet decisions nobody else sees. Every morning you choose discipline over excuses. Every time you protect your focus instead of chasing distractions. And every time you do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, you're rewiring your brain for a stronger future. Remember, your habits become your identity, and your identity shapes your destiny. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Start with one habit today, then another tomorrow. A year from now, you may not even recognize the person you've become, because your brain will have adapted to a completely new way of thinking and living. If this video helped you see success differently, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next psychology-based video. Until next time, keep training your mind, stay consistent, and remember, the life you want begins with the habits you choose today.